Hey, y'all, come on in. We're glad to see you. We were hoping you'd be here today.
We are starting our summer break off with 3 soaps from Summer Break Soaps.
And we're going to start with...
Cannonball! Morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
On Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Y'all, we're so glad you're here. Come on in, grab a chair for the first day of summer break.
Yeah,
it's a little
come
hot in the
join
barbershop. And if you're here during the live premiere, why join the chat? We've got an awesome group of folks from all over the world who'd love to meet you.
Yeah, the Whiff Pack is here hanging out.
And what's our mention today?
So our mention today came up in conversation with DJ as Marcus was FaceTiming, and we realized that we hadn't talked about this enough because he had no idea what this was.
We were showing him our shaved den renovation, and he said, wait a minute, what's that? That's holding your blades there. Where did you find this?
This is an Amazon find. I put in the little width of the little guys here for the blades, and I was trying to find anything that could work, and this is actually advertised as a sunglass holder.
Right.
I don't have a case for sunglasses, but it worked perfect for this.
It works hot dog and hamburger.
It
so
does.
Either way. Y'all, what a lovely way to not only rank your blades, but it looks really sharp and nice in the shape.
It's nice because you see all the blades that you have when you're trying to decide what to use, and they're right there at your disposal. Perfect reach and go.
Yeah. And when you buy a sleeve, they give you 10 boxes, right? It's just a way to nice to keep them and display them a little bit. There's beautiful graphics.
Or if it starts to get low, we know when to order next. So there you go.
Know that we need to give our sharks a little more love.
That's true. Speaking of a summer soap, is my work.
And the soap today, y'all, what are we looking at?
We have Cannonball, and when we first saw this, it was already approaching all the seasonal fall, winter stuff, so we're like, we hope it's still around for summer next year, and it is!
And luckily, we were just listening to the Lather Hog podcast, and John had Kyle from Summer Break Soaps on, so we got a little bit of education.
Yeah, go check it out to learn about them.
Interesting facts to throw in today, and it just happens that their #1 seller is an iconic gesture that absolutely is a harbinger to the beginning of the summer season. So let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at Summer Break Soaps.
Cannonball is your chance to experience a tropical day at the pool from the comfort of your own bathroom. Not only will this soap leave you smelling great, but it will cool you off and give you that sensation of relaxing in a pool on a hot day.
I spent many summers as a kid at the swimming pool nearly every day. I loved it so much that I worked as a lifeguard for many summers when I was younger. The smell of a pool is something that will always bring back memories for me.
Knowing that not everyone would probably want to smell like a pool all day, I decided to introduce some tropical fruits into this scent. Oh, summer fun!
Y'all, my dad worked at the funeral home when I was growing up, and at one summer, he was promoted, like a big promotion, because the president needed to, leave.
Okay,
so in the next few years.
Dad's turn to take over.
So the first thing they did was put in a pool. And it was unreal.
Legendary.
If you grew up with a giant lawn and then all of a sudden it was a giant pool, you just never got out of it. And I might take umbrage with this because I loved smelling like a pool all day. And I know because of the interview, there are even hints of chlorine that are built into the scent. And he said, I know. You may not want to walk around smelling like chlorine all day, but the nostalgia factor is just off the charts. And that's what we're going for. And that is why I wanted to start our summer break with our Cannonball. Let's have an unboxing. Woo! Yo, there she is, directly from Summer Break Soaps. All right, let's see what we got.
Here we go.
Ooh, we've got a little card up there with the social media.
Okay, let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a note, and it's from Kyle. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to try out some of our soaps. I hope you enjoy. From Kyle.
It's our pleasure.
All right, of course. In fact, we loved Prom King. That was one of our very first soaps we did right out of the box.
It is early on. I don't know where it's going to be. We have 3. It's a busy day.
One of the places that the Latherhog podcast was talking about was how they got these labels designed. Right. Because they used to be based on lined paper, like school, because Kyle and his wife are both educators. But they worked with a graphic artist, and I forget his name, but here it is on the screen. And he's the one that designed these for them.
I'm so excited to look at these in
new
real
one,
life.
I just happened to grab this one right off the bat. So y'all look at this. Is that an insanely beautiful label? Does that tell tail or
It
what?
so reminds me of in the 90s, like the binders that you'd get, and people
Right.
would have like almost that graffiti kind of stuff
Right.
on it. What
And
are
you'd,
those
like,
called? Those ones
Doodle, like in the margins, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
totally what
Or
it
you
looks
know,
like.
back when you had to cover your books to keep them looking good for school,
Right.
you had to get the cool wrapping.
Oh, I love this because Cannonball was something that we would do in our pool a lot.
The
I
splash.
will get to that in when we go deeper.
But look at the back. It's almost like there's an orange or citrusy thing in the
Right.
back, and then it's the splash. So they're like hints to the
he
soap,
mentioned
maybe.
it was like a tropical drink by the pool. And
Why are we
y'all, there, I do notice a very important
It
word.
does say
cooling. There is a little synthetic menthol in this.
So
Y'all,
if it's a hot day, you want to cool down, right?
all right, last one is a rotten egg. Okay. I grew up with a pool, so you have to go.
Really?
first.
I was gonna make you go first.
You go first.
Okay. I do have fond memories of going to our friends that had pools, and we would just jump in and not want to get out, you know?
I know.
And my dance
Okay.
teacher growing up, at the end of every show, sometimes she'd have us over, and it
Right.
was just like, after the stress of the show, you take your lashes and your makeup all off, and then it's time to get your pool time in, and the hot tub was my jam. But after, it was just a different feel of like, when it was someone else's pool, it wasn't like the lifeguards were gonna call and have you get out. You know, like there's
Right.
something different about that full
Your own
relaxation
private
mode.
pool, right?
Right?
As soon as we put ours in, every kid in the neighborhood would show up with a towel at the door talking about,
Hi,
want to play?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. What's your name again?
Right? I
Yeah.
just hear like fun tunes coming out of the radio.
Right.
You know,
Yes,
like
my dad put the stereo speakers right next to the windows.
point 'em outside.
And at night, there were little gels that would go over the light that would turn the whole
yeah,
pool
turn 'em
different
cool
colors.
colors.
It was the lap of luxury.
okay.
All right.
We're
here we go.
diving in. Here we go.
Hey, oh, Michelle, after what she's here
Cannonball time.
first.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I have imagined what this smells like because
I know,
we've
me
seen this
too.
go by so many times. Like, man, we should have
We've
gotten
known
it.
this was coming. We've been so
Okay.
looking forward to summer around
Plug
here.
your nose. Get
Okay,
your
yeah, I should
swimmers-
have bought
your
nose
nose
plugs.
Yeah,
I really should have.
No woofing over here.
Okay, here we
Okay.
go. Oh, it's a nice pour.
Oh, it's super fun.
Yeah.
It's not as sweet as I thought it would be.
Nice.
But there's definitely a tropical vibe. Like, I almost feel like if I had a tropical scented, like, sunscreen on or
Right.
something, like it's in the air going around.
Okay, walk me through it. Intensity. Where's the intensity?
Oh, it's actually like right in the middle. A good 3.
Love it.
And it's gentle. It's not like an
Oh.
in your face thing. But I feel like once we lather, I could take that back.
Gotcha. Now, the part I was curious about, do you get the chlorine?
Okay, I do, but it is not like the chlorine I was expecting.
Oh.
It's like day 3 or 4 after it's been.
Oh.
It's not like, you know the smell when it's just been chlorinated
Right.
and you're like, "Wah." It's not that. It is a few days in, everything is clean and fresh, but it is just that kind of like when you get out of the pool, you have a little bit of that
Right.
chlorine vibe on you.
Right.
It's kind of that.
Now, a little tropical drink?
Yes. And I'm going for more like fun kids age tropical. Like at first I was thinking it would be more like an adult,
Like
kind of
Hawaiian Punch Red?
but it's orange to me.
Oh!
So
Oh,
maybe, know,
okay.
or at our friend's house, we'd always have popsicles by the pool.
Right.
I'm getting like the citrusy orange bomb of something. Or what's the one
What
that
was
you
the citrus Kool-Aid? I think it was called Sunshine Burst or
It could be something like
that.
that.
Or Sunrise Punch or
or
something like that.
what were the ones that you had to like push the
Oh, the Otter Pops?
yeah. There was like
Oh.
an orange one or a push pop, the Flintstones orange one.
Otter Pops defined summer for us, yo.
Right?
Like, that's how you knew summer was over, is there was just a bunch of Paco Punch left over because nobody liked that one.
It's not creamsicle. It's
blues
that
were
it's
gone.
that more bright
The
citrusy
blues
one.
were gone, yo.
Yeah, okay. But it is not, if you're smelling for the orange sweetness,
Yeah.
you'll smell it.
Okay.
If you're smelling for the chlorine vibes,
Yeah.
you'll get it.
Oh.
But if you just smell right in the middle, it is a perfect combo of like a summer day, and it's not insanely hot. There is something about a cooling vibe coming
Right,
through.
right.
Like it is an enjoyable day.
Woo!
And I think you got to get your nose on this because I feel like I can't have all the fun
Okay,
here.
I'm excited. Oh, there's so many things
We
this
dressed
could
to be ready for the pool, so
Right.
we
And we don't
gotta
have
go
a pool
somewhere.
anymore.
We don't.
So I hope this takes me back to those days. All right, let's see. That was the hardest thing about selling that house was letting me go to that pool.
I'm sure.
Oh, man. As soon as the
Summer
weather
days.
thawed out, we were in that thing. Okay, here we go.
Okay, see if this thaws you out. It's a fun vibe, I gotta say.
Oh, it's nice. You're right. You're right. There's nothing that's like in your face. This just takes me poolside.
Right. And that's what I mean. Like they're blended so well. Like it's just the whole day in one.
Oh,
kind of.
and I even had to look a little bit for the chlorine.
Yes,
like it
you do.
wasn't totally
You do.
there on the surface. Oh. Whoa. Okay, so it's a drink, it's a pool, and it's a little something in the middle,
It's
too.
like a vibe. I don't like
it's a total vibe.
if I left the pool and I just hopped into Mom's minivan, right? I can smell the chlorine on me. I can smell like there's just the day we had is there.
Oh, and you know what's nice too is that this is not like a scratch and sniff sticker of an actual chlorinated pool. This is a lovely scent that I wouldn't mind having on my shoulder all day.
No,
It's
it
beautiful.
really. I know the thought of like a chlorinated pool seems weird,
No,
but the way
get
it's
that out
done
of your
here,
head. It's not like a chlorine there where you would identify it as chlorine. You'd have to kind of know, like she said, like you would smell your towel.
right?
The
It's
next
just
day,
on
right?
it, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then, can you tell that you're near water? Because I feel like it's in there, and I don't know how that's possible.
You know, this is interesting. It doesn't have like a water sense to me. It's not like an aquatic.
yeah.
Right. But here's the thing. I think there are some soaps that give me a humid sense. And there are some soaps that give me a dry, more arid sense, right? And those are kind of the colder ones. So this has a warmth to it. Something about the citrus. Other soaps do it with like a sandy factor.
Okay, I'm
but
with you.
I'm not sure how this is doing it because it's lovely.
It is lovely is a good word.
And it's orange, but it's something else. It's another, I don't know if it's a very light floral or something a little bit sweeter in there.
It just screams summer. Like I almost feel like I'm at a resort in the pool.
Right.
You know, like there's palm trees around, or it is just that the city pool
I'd
or
say
something.
it's about 70% of the tropical drinks and those kind of things, and it's about the rest of it is the pool, right? So it's not like a 50-50. Most of this is more the fruits and more the tropical things.
It's a summer day for sure. And it could be once we lather that things may come out a little more potent, but there is something. It's sweet without being too sweet. I don't know how to make that make
that's
sense.
a great way because it's Kool-Aid is too sweet. Let's say that, right? If you were to just smell Kool-Aid off the pitcher,
right, that's too sweet.
This doesn't have that. That's what I mean by it's a nice cologne because it does have those refined sort of edges where it's not like a scratch and sniff sticker where that is actually a pool with a Kool-Aid. No. This is a lovely like whole picture. It's a whole vibe. The whole
vibe,
thing.
yeah.
It just kind of smells like you've been somewhere. Cool.
I am curious for you to try the menthol part of this.
Oh, the synthetic menthol.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that kind of soft? That looks a little softer.
Very soft. It's very nice.
Okay, busting out my little seashell mode for a little
yeah,
summer fun.
This is Sarah's KUN bowl, and not to give away too many coming attractions, but I got a little bit of money back from the state this year, and it went to the copper ore KUN bowl in the Sean size. So
You
that
get a
will
reward
be
for
coming
doing taxes,
in
right?
days
You
to
know?
come. Right? All right, so this is. I will let you do the honors. This is your
You
bowl.
think? Here is our trotter brush from Sean
This is
Smaldridge.
orange. Oh, Sean.
Oh, look, it's immediately waking up.
Oh!
Immediately.
Sean has ingratiated us into the world of Paul Trotter's handicrafts.
We
and
understand
y'all,
now.
amazing.
Oh, it is actually brightening up here. I think it's becoming earlier on in our pool day
You know
already.
what's funny? I get a little sense there was this stuff around our pool called Cool Deck. KOOL-DEKTM, right? And it was sort of this stuff that would get, like, it would absorb the sunlight, but it wouldn't get hot.
So your feet wouldn't
and
like...
it had a little bit of traction to it, like something so you could run around the pool, you wouldn't slip and fall, right? This kind of has that sense of just a little bit of
interesting.
dry stone, sort of for me in the middle. And maybe it's just because I'm sensing our
Nostalgia,
pool
yeah.
a little bit.
Can I have a little more bougie?
Yeah. That chlorine is so beguiling because it's just such an echo of it.
Yeah,
that
it's
your
just
brain
a
is just
hint.
like, there's something in this drink that's not in this drink. What is this? And it's that little wisp of chlorine.
Okay, so look at the foamy magic here, y'all.
That is foamy magic.
It's happening.
Woo!
Okay,
this is something
ready?
you'll only see in the Barbershop Duet. This
Okay.
is the foamy magic whiff. Here we go. On
Okay.
3, 1, 2.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
yeah,
Look at this.
that
Just a
did
second.
make a change.
Hold on.
Wait,
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Oh, the orange became a little more real in this.
Yeah,
That's
it really
nice.
did. And
a
there's-
little less Kool-Aid in it.
And
Whoa.
okay. And somehow the chlorine became more attractive in there. I don't know how that's possible. There's
Well, a
something
little water. You put a little water in it.
the
Maybe
magic
it's
is
that.
there.
You're actually smelling a little bit of the pool
Yeah.
water. Oh, you're right. Yeah, and you know what I didn't expect? That chlorine note really kind of beautifully pulls against the orange.
Right?
Am I bananas?
No, pun intended. But it's funny, like, I actually, smelling this, you almost would want the splash.
Right.
Like, isn't that
yes,
funny?
right, because you want the vibe on you.
I know the thought of having, like, just thinking Cannonball, but yeah, it's just super fun. I do really feel like I'm in the movie Sandlot on that summer day,
I know.
and they're, like, jumping
And it
in.
might just take a minute, but let me see
yeah,
if I
let's
get a
test
little.
that.
Oh, this is so soft.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the pattern that made on
Yeah,
your
that is a
face.
happy
Oh, if you are one of the
lather.
painters among us, you might really enjoy this.
It's still gentle. I don't know how to make that Like, I'm there. It's unmistakable. But if I didn't know I was smelling Cannonball, I'm trying to see if I'd know.
It's not a bossy soap.
Yes, that is a good way to put it.
It's just a lovely vibe, a lovely companion.
I feel like the little kid in you could enjoy this as much as the adult in you. I don't know if that can make sense, but...
there you go. What was that commercial? Mini wheats. It was shredded mini wheats. And it was like, the kid in me likes the frosted side, but the grown-up in me likes the pepper side.
And this is cooling, y'all.
I know.
I'm feeling it.
This is totally cooling off now, and I love it. It's a synthetic menthol, so it's not going to get in your eyes.
And it doesn't
it's not
smell,
do that kind of thing. And I'm curious because I know there are some scent notes in here. Let's take a look. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at Summer Break Soaps, continuing on, knowing that not everyone would probably want to smell like a pool all day, I decided to introduce some tropical fruits into the scent.
The result is an initial burst of pineapple. That's what it is.
Oh, y'all think pineapple orange. That's why you were thinking that Kool-Aid Punch, because that's what I think that Kool-Aid Punch is. Yeah, love it. And then...
But the sweetness is quickly cut by the sense of, water. These are scent notes.
Love it.
Water.
Yes.
Ozone.
Yes.
And chlorine.
Love it. Creating a unique and complex scent that is truly perfect for summer. I've used a synthetic alternative to menthol for this soap. The result is a cooling sensation that will set in after a minute or two and last long after your shave. If combined with the aftershave, the cooling sensation may last for 30 minutes plus for some people. So there you have it. There's the recipe, folks. And I love that one of the scent notes is water.
Just straight up water.
Have we had that before?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. Like,
because it's not ocean water, because pool water's fresh water, yo.
Right?
Woo, I love that.
And I think it just disguises so well with the chlorine, ozone, water vibe that they become one thing.
The ozone from the pool pumps and stuff like that, right? Because anytime you have electricity around water, you generally get a little bit of ozone.
Yeah. Okay, smell from here, because I feel like this is a whole different ballgame.
Okay,
you gotta go there.
Oh. Yeah, this just makes it more real. Even got a tiny sense of like a wood.
Yeah, no, but I'm there.
Somehow in there, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting because it is a warm day. You can tell you want to be in the pool, but it is also cooling because the pool is like refreshing.
Right.
So there's something that is like a perfect temperature. I don't know.
It's kind of the sense of actually doing a cannonball. And what's funny is if you've ever actually done a cannonball, if you had a pool, put in the comments. There's this, when you do cannonball, you jump in, your body creates a void.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you break the surface, a lot of that void is around your head. And the last thing about a cannonball is all of that water coming back into your head and going, boom! So that's the fun part for me. Is like I've got the drink on the outside of the pool. I've got the ozone. I've got the water. And then as I jump in and actually do the cannonball, I get that boom of menthol on my face. So it is not just metaphor here, people. This is a little bit of an actual cannonball in your shaving mirror. And what a fantastic experience this is going to be.
It's super fun too because it's funny. I don't know how it found us on YouTube, but we were watching the belly flop competitions.
Oh, right. And this is a thing, folks. They do this. There's teams, there's t-shirts, there's all kinds of stuff.
And anyone that's on a swim team or is watching any swim meets, like, you know this smell because you're in the arena, you're there. It's just coming through. But there's something different about this because it does have that summer hit, that little tropical vibe. It totally sells it.
A little bit of the ice cream man sits in here, that orange pineapple popsicle.
Right, like even the ice cream truck coming.
You know the one I'm talking about. Oh, all kinds of summer. Rope swing is going to smell like.
I can't imagine.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Speaking of Cannonball, let's find the deep end and see if we can go a little bit deeper.
That's where you have to do cannonballs, folks. Aw, Lainey wanted to join our cannonball fun today.
Wants to jump in the pool too.
Y'all, here's a video long ago of the pool that I had growing up in Rodeo, California, and my Labrador Retriever would not get out of it. And I remember my mom got really mad one day because she got in and the water was like black with fur. She had just shedded to a ridiculous level, and the pool water actually changed a little bit of color, and so we had to get out for 24 hours while the filter took care of it. Yeah, it was bad.
No more puppies in the pool.
I know. She was so sad. She was a water dog.
Labs, they are. They're just like in the water.
We had to blow up whales. We even had a boat. We would go out in the middle of winter.
I mean, why
we had
not?
like a little like raft, a little like floaty raft, and we'd go out in the middle of winter. You can't just let the
pool sit there by itself. You got to do something, right?
There's a giant difference between a 65-degree pool and a 70-degree pool. I will never never thought, but like, you can't do it at 65, but 70 you
Yeah,
can.
I think that's why we liked going to my dance teacher's house, because it would get extra hot by her house. So then you really wanted to get in the pool. Like here, sometimes there's still a cool breeze off the ocean. It's not quite cold enough to live in the pool, but
Were there any
sometimes.
tropical drinks that were your thing?
Oh, I don't know. I know that there was one that we would beg my mom to have.
Yeah?
Whether I forget, it's a Hawaiian something brand, and it came in the frozen tube.
Yeah.
And you get it, and it had like mango, pineapple,
Right.
and
you
orange
make
or
the
something.
juice, it had guava in it. I know
Yeah,
the
there
one
was
you're
a guava
talking about.
one, yeah.
I know the one you're talking about.
And we would
Yeah.
beg for those in the summer. So we had to save those for like the good days.
Right.
Those were a thing. Those are quite an experience.
I come from a big family of drinkers. So from the time I was 9 years old at our 4th of July parties, I was the bartender. And we only had one drink. It was margaritas. So I was trained on how to make
The Marcus
a
margarita.
really good Marcus Rita. And yeah, y'all, it was a thing. I was way older before I actually snuck a sip.
try it, yeah.
I was a very good child. I never did actually sample it until just once.
But you could serve everyone that was in the pool, right?
I did,
That was
right,
your job.
because by the time the 4th of July was over, nobody was conscious enough to actually make their own drinks. So
You're
I had to
snuggling
be the one
in,
to do
my
it.
goodness,
Oh, my God.
babies. Yeah, it's funny. I'm trying to remember, like now I associate swimming pools and hot tubs with like vacationing places.
Right.
You know, like if you go to a hotel that has it or whatever, like that's where my brain goes now. But childhood was like, that was a big part of summer, you know?
So it's pretty easy, y'all. All you have to do is have 9 or 10 of your best friends that you play baseball with every day at the neighborhood sandlot. But every once in a while, when it does get a little too hot or you lose your ball over the fence to the dog,
yeah.
you might go down to the pool, and when you're there, you might want to do a little cannonball or two, and you just got your own. So head over to summerbreaksoaps.com where you'll find this and a ton of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Cannonball. Y'all, I marched out of the bathroom and said to Sarah, this was a way more enjoyable shave than I expected. And I think part of it was the nostalgia took me back to my swimming pool days with my family growing up in Rodeo when we put the pool in and everything was about those drinks and the beautiful sunscreen and the beautiful chlorine in the pool that would stay on you all day and just made me feel so beautiful and comforted. And that menthol hit that sort of cooled you for another 10, 15 minutes afterwards. Y'all just took me back to one of the most fun times in my life in the week that I lost my mama. And it was such a wonderful connection for me to make. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Welcome to Messages.
Hey y'all, so we have discovered a new brush maker to us, and he is the nicest guy. His name is Craig, and he runs Opus Brush.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's Opus Brush Works or Opus Brush, but I have placed an order for 2, and this one is arriving soon. This is my Tiki Brady Bunch inspired brush. Are you kidding me,
Come
y'all?
on, summer.
There's
Perfect.
a Scooby-Doo one coming, and Sarah has a custom one coming as well, so stay tuned.
There'll be more.
But he's so kind. He saw our channel, and he offered to throw in a brush for free for a giveaway for y'all! So all you have to do is send an email here to wesetyou@thebarbershopduet.com. Check out Opus Brush on Facebook and Instagram, and come back here for the 4th of July weekend on our July 3rd episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. Okay, is it what you were hoping it would be after this long wait to bust it open?
You know what I love in the last analysis is this isn't just summer break for kids.
No.
It's not just the pool. It's not just the chlorine. It's not just the ozone. This also has a bit of a lovely poolside drink that more of a
does.
grown-up would enjoy,
I
kind of a
agree.
thing. It's not a Kool-Aid drink. This is a lovely, sir, may I have another one of those citrus, those kind of drinks, right?
I mean, just look at the label, how fun this is. I think it just represents that energy of a fun, relaxed day. Like there's something about summer that you're supposed to just unplug and reset and enjoy summer. And this soap brings that along. And that lather, my goodness.
Y'all, I'm just lucky that summer has 3 months and we have 2 more soaps to go. So we hope you'll be with us for the rest of our day today.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Ooh, you'll smell fresher just watching this.